Commissars Log, day 11. Well, morning of day 12. Met the cadets nice and early this morning as usual, but I explained that we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. The meeting that was happening this evening, we were going to hit it, and we're going to hit it hard. First thing we were going to do today was going to get two of the cadets to dress up in regular guard uniforms. They were to go off and do a recce of the area where the meeting was to take place. Once they come back, we sit down together, formulate a plan of attack. I decided to let the cadets put the plan together themselves. I didn't really add very much to it. I just gave them a few ideas, made sure they didn't do anything too stupid. Eventually they did come up with one. It was a simple plan, but it is an effective one. And if everything goes right, it should work out perfectly. The plan was this. The cadet who was to attend the meeting would turn up as expected. He would go inside, hang around, find out who the leader of the group was, and see if he could gather any information about what was going on. Once he had this information and figured out who the leader was, he was to position himself within line of sight and to be at short range to the target. He would then send us a signal to let us know that he was ready. We would charge him, take out as many of the people on the inside as possible, round up any survivors, and we would take them back for questioning. Simple. The building where the meeting is due to take place is a disused storage unit. It has two entrances, one at the front, one at the rear. The inside of it should be relatively open, relatively clutter-free. It should mean that the assault will be fairly easy for us. Shouldn't cause any problems. But I hope. So off we all went. Preparations to be made. The cadet infiltrator was dressed in the same uniform that he wore yesterday. And we armed him with a single-shot digimelter. The rest of the cadets were equipped with scion armour and were armed with hellguns. We split the cadets into two groups, a unit to attack the rear of the building and another unit to attack the front of the building. I myself was to lead the front unit. Once we received the signal, I would lead my unit through the front of the building to assault them straight away. The second unit would follow us up afterwards, approximately 15 seconds later. We waited about 35 minutes before we received the signal, and we were ready. I charged in there, the cadets hot on my heels. The opening salvo took out 15, maybe 20 people, and they dived for cover, what little cover they had, and reached for weapons of their own to return fire. Before they even managed to get fingers on triggers, the second unit charged in. It took them completely by surprise. It was a beautiful battle. It turns out that during the firefight, the cadet did manage to get the shot off. But once everything had calmed down and we had a chance to inspect the body, it turns out it wasn't the leader of the group. He must have got away somehow. The cadet was massively disappointed with himself, and I would have been too. But it happens. There was a few survivors though, which was good, so we could take them back for questioning. The mission wasn't a complete success, but it wasn't a failure either. We agreed that the people that we had captured we were going to take into our own custody. We don't know how deep this thing runs or how far up the ranks it goes yet. So until we've managed to complete our own investigations, it's going to remain our secret. This information isn't getting out yet. So that's it. Attack over. It's very late. Tomorrow we will continue our routines as normal, while at the same time secretly performing our own investigations and interviews. This is going to take a long time to sort out. This is Commissar Turch signing off for the Emperor.